Well, welcome back to my channel and hope you are doing well. We are at round 12 of our second season of the F1 Manager 23 where we return Williams to its former glory. We have got Hungary coming up and it's a track that should do us okay. Just checking out here, look, 6th and 5th, low speed, medium speed, which is recommended and crucial. And the good news is, for all of you who have been following, we are managing to sort our pit crew out a little bit. We are wary at the moment, but look, we have got +1 attributes, which we don't usually get, and we're lowering the chances of mistake. Can't really do a lot more though, because we're borderline weary, so we're trying to bring that down at the moment. We have got car parts currently being designed, which is an underfloor and a rear wing, and we are currently stocking up on some parts as well. So let's take it to Hungary and let's take it to qualifying. We'll get through the practice sessions, we'll use our weaker engine, ERS and gearbox, and we'll be back for Q1. So welcome along to this first session. We're going to send cars out early just to get the lap in, hopefully in some clear air. And hopefully we can get through to Q3 here. A lot of cars coming out very early on. Hopefully we'll get through them with no traffic at all. I think we're just going to attach the tail end. No, we're going to be okay. So yellow flag out there. There's a crash already. And we're going to get a lap time in before any potential red flag with both drivers. Porsche 14.9, Albon in the 15s. And we can't see the crash. I'm very interested to know what it was or who crashed. I mean, everyone is still running, so no big deals then. But we're 3 tenths off Aston Martin, so maybe not the best lap for ourselves. So here we come for Q1, final lap time, and we are about to start our lap with Porsche and Albon, 10th and 11th. It's not the greatest run in this part of qualifying. I would have obviously liked to be so much higher up, but come on Albon, do it for your country. Old Thailand, let's go. And Porsche, can he do it as well? We need to improve in Sector 1 though, that is key if we want to improve and get through comfortably to Q2. Car gets out of the way, Alfa Romeo, we do not improve, 28.2. What about Porsche? 27.6, way quicker, but I mean Albon's in trouble here, and I think Porsche is as well. I hope this is not our pace because we are way off it in terms of this track. Hopefully not a lot of people are improving. I mean, there's a couple of cars out there improving, but we've got a green middle sector for Albon. Doesn't go anywhere though. I mean, 2 good sectors. And Porsche's not great either. Are we going to survive here in Q1? And I think we are. We are going to survive. We make it through to Q2. That's a bit worrying, I must say. I don't like that at all. We are way off the pace. Light rain again. Intermediates it's saying that we're going to start on in this qualifying session. So that means we can go to softs if it dries up. And weather is going to dry up at the end of this race again. Or qualifying session. We're going to send early. Like we normally do. Let's get a lap in. Nice and easy. Cars now starting to come out. We should get a clear lap. Track conditions are going to get better, but I want to get a lot of time on the board. Hamilton's going quicker than we are. 1:19.9. Porsche's a second down. Big time difference. Showing dry, but it's still damp out there, so I am going to put in a lap with these intermediate tyres. It is still getting a little bit wetter. We're going green in the first 2 sectors, and I think Leclerc's just done one with the dry tyres, mediums, yes. So we need to get back in. Get some tyres on because it is time for mediums in this ATA qualifying. Well, oh no, have we messed this? Oh no, okay, so it looks like it was going to say rain, but it's not raining at the moment. So reconfigure on to mediums. There's a few cars going out now. Here comes our other Williams driver in. We're going to reconfigure to mediums as well. So we should have medium tyres and medium tyres. So we're going to just give it a few ticks. Track is now completely dry. And then we're going to send. Now we'll send. And now we'll send. So, all down to this. Pourchaire has got to put a lap in. Everyone is going to be improving here. So we've got to make sure we've got clear air. We have with both cars by the look of it. Pourchaire's got some nice clean air. Well, he's actually got Ferrari ahead, but they're going to be okay. They're going to pit. So here we go. We need some lap times. Albon potentially could already be through here, but you never know. Well, no, he's not. He's already in the danger zone, but we've got to improve. Surely we are. And we go through the first sector, catching an Alpine. Hopefully the Alpine gets out of the way. Yes, they do. So, 27-1, 27-2. Pourchaire, clean air. Albon now clean air. He's got a Ferrari coming up as well. Gets out the way nicely. And 25-5. And Pourchaire is going to do a 25-6. So good even times. But is it going to be enough to get through to Q3? Across the line we go. P2. What a time by Alex Albon. Wow, what a time. Pourchaire round the final corner now as well. And where's he going to go? Only P8. I mean, it is very close. Let's just not exaggerate that. There is literally 2.5 tenths. But does that going to see us through to Q3, or is it going to knock us out? Sainz is out. Gasly is out as well. Ocon just scraping through at the moment and does scrape through. We are into Q3 again with both cars. What a time by Albon. That was terrific. But we go again. Q3. Can we get on the front row? Red Bulls are going to be far too quick, surely. Like so. Because it's going to come down to dry tyres at the end. That is when you're going to get your lap in. And we need to just get some solid laps. Doesn't really matter what we do here, really. But let's see. As we cross the line, track changes to damp. A 1:18.8. And Pourchaire off the pace 3 tenths off.
Okay, so go in lap.
And that is some poor times on the intermediates, because wow, 9th and 10th. So I think we wait now, and we wait for the soft tyres to come on. So that's what we're going to be running, because we are going to go to dries in this race, this session. We're going to watch the weather. Well, we're going to hope that it starts to dry. Let's just check. It should dry. It should dry. It's getting worryingly close. And now it's drying, but we've only got 3 minutes. I can send out with probably 3 minutes. A lot of people are on their out laps, and they are on to softs. So I'm going to give it until about 3. And then I think I am going to send. Track changes to dry. I think we send now. I think that's good enough. Let's get us out there. So we might get the best conditions here. Everyone's gone a little bit early. We've got clear air. We need 2 very good times for... I mean, Alonso and Verstappen are going to struggle. They are on inters. They are going to surely end up 9th and 10th. But come on. Here we go. In qualifying, strong chance of a P2 start. Across the line we go. We now start our flying lap. No one really in front of us, although Pourchaire has got a bit of traffic. But he's going to get past. Nice DRS as well on the straight. Green first sector, 27.1. What is Pourchaire with that slipstream? What is he going to get through the first sector? He does a 27.3, couple of attempts down. Aston Martin gets out the way nicely. Pourchaire just catching a few cars as well, which isn't going to help. But through the final corners we go. It is time for Alex Albon to see where he can put his Williams car. Here we go. P2, what a lap, 0.029. We nearly hit pole position. Nearly hit pole position, that is so close. Pourchaire hasn't really set it alight. He's going to be down the field. P7 at the moment. Down to P8, and look at that, we were so close to our first ever pole position. Just 0.02 of a tenth separating Albon and Sergio Perez. Verstappen and Alonso both ran intermediates. They struggled in P9 and P10. So come on. Let's see what we've got. Just seems like we're not that strong on the wet tyres. We've got light rain for this race, but we're starting on the dries. Interesting. So, it's going to be a 2-stop race. There's no way we can run one stop. So I think we need to last till about there. So do we go on to hards? I think so. Where's the rain coming in? We're going to go inters, aren't we? That's too early, I think. But I might still run it. Not for Albon, though. I think we go softs. Soft. At the moment, we're going to go inters at this point. It might get heavy rain. I think it is heavy rain. So we're going to be going something like this. 2 minutes 31. 2 seconds 31, whatever. It's going to be a lot slower. Let's rock on that. I just don't think the hards are going to last. I might start it with Pourchaire though, who could start on the hards, and just to see if this weather comes in a little bit more. I don't think it is though, because we're going to burn tyres initially. Oh, he could make it a one stop. Let's find out. Oh, winters don't look like it could last either. Let's go. Let's see what happens. Actually, that's because we're on that pace. Let's go with this and see what happens. We're all learning about here. I don't think hards is the way to go, but with the rain coming in, there's a potential that we can make ground here. One stop could be better than 2 stops, remember, if we hang it out. On the front row, look how beautiful that is for a Williams. Medium tyres for Perez. We're going to go battle assist for both. And I tell you what, Mr. Albon, come on. Can you lead the first corner? No, you can't. You're on soft tyres, though. We've settled down into P2. Pourchaire's down to P9. Few people running the hard tyres. Now, we are going to just lean on the fuel and just slowly aggress the tyres with Pourchaire, because I feel like if we can get him on a one stop, he's going to be very beneficial. I want to get past Perez ASAP because he is on the medium tyres, and we're going to go to the outside here. Can we get a job done? We're on the inside. We're going to take the outside. We are into the lead of the Hungarian GP. Round the final corner, Perez battling back. Looks like we have just got it at the moment. Head to head, down the straight we go. We are into the lead. Now we need Albon to keep that, and he does. Oh, Perez guiding back up the inside though. We should get good acceleration off the softs. But we don't. We lose the position. And that is because Perez, his car, is so good. And now we're coming again, but we can't get through. So we're just running these softs. And what have we got around us? A lot of hard tyres. So a lot of people trying to drag this out because of the rain. We're going to go on to standard. That means we need to pull some gaps quite early. It'd be nice. Obviously, Sainz getting past Pourchaire. We're on the long game with Pourchaire. DRS next time round. We're going to save fuel. Mediums are not going to inters, that's for sure. And down the straight we go. Alonso passed as well. Obviously, big cars, remember. And can we get the outside? No, we can't. DRS is going to be enabled, and we're going to come back for a move here, but not to be. This is why we want to get past. Nice and early. Can we go around the outside? We don't usually overtake, but he's gone for the inside line. And I think... Oh, Perez is there. We've got it. We're into the lead again. Famous last words because we lost the lead last time. Perez has to settle back down to P2. We're going to just cut down again. I mean, expect the Red Bull to come flying past us here, folks, because they are so quick. Here we go, look. Low on pack. I'm topping up. Are we going to defend? We are defending nicely into turn 1. Oh, he went through us. Perez literally went through us there. How's that fair? But let's cut down. Let's just manage it. Let's manage the tyres as well. It's got Leclerc right behind us on the softs. Pourchaire's struggling a little bit, but it is because everyone else is pushing their tyres. We are not. So that is all, and that is the only reason why it is taking effect of how it is. Albon just losing ground. That Red Bull is rapid, and we're already out of a second. That's going to put Leclerc on our back. Look how quick that Ferrari is down the straight, and he's going to go to the outside. We're going to cut him off, but he's going to get great acceleration. And I tell you what, that made it quite easy for Leclerc. And Leclerc is done a purple first sector. Ferrari looking a little bit strong round here compared to us. But remember, we're not really fighting for wins here. We have got to now build a gap to Lance Stroll, who is in P4. And already he's just under a second now, catching us again. The yellow flag is out. There's been a crash. Oh, for God's sake, man! Why every time? It was Pourchaire. Oh, and he's just ran wide. I don't understand why they need to stop. But Pourchaire is having a rough season at the moment, and that's going to affect his tyres. He's lost 8 positions. It is just not great for him. Luckily, he's not lost 30 seconds, but that is not good. Stroll's all over the back of Albon now, and we're going to have to wait until this rain comes in, and it looks like it's going to be on lap 32, so hopefully we can get the hards that far. So Perez just locked up on turn 1. That's given Leclerc the lead. I mean, we can't shape off the hard tyres. These hard tyres are pretty quick, and they are lapping around the same as us. Verstappen is flying on the hards. So actually we look a bit vulnerable here. Pourchaire has took a few seconds out of Ricciardo, but we've got a long way to go in this race, especially with the rain, and we're going to be pretty quick at the end. But if we can manage that line, it is going to be a one stop for Pourchaire, which would be very, very good for him. It wasn't Stroll that's got us. It's Max Verstappen. We've seen Max Verstappen hold 0.5 of a second in a lap faster than we are, and there you go. He's just absolutely blitzed past us. He's on the hards, and look at the lap times. He's running quicker, and we are on the softs, not even half used softs. So at the end of the day, there's nothing we can do. I mean, we've just got to settle and expect that Red Bull are better than us. But Perez locked up. His tyre management is a bit rougher, but here comes Stroll. Stroll is past, so we're dropping backwards. Hard tyres. The question is, can the AI drag them out to the Inters? Because I don't think they can. We are on 72. They probably can. We might be a bit vulnerable on this two-stop here. That could be an issue, because Russell's now catching, and he's pulling along all the way up to Alonso in P10. Just don't have pace. I am very surprised. Russell is now flying ahead. This feels like Canada all over again, where in the race we just lost the pace massively, and we just couldn't do anything about it. We are in a pit window. That might be music to his ears. We are going to try and just get Pourchaire ahead. Hamilton now looking at the back of us. We just can't get the pace. And again, Hamilton is through. What is going on? If we go softs now, the question is, rain's about there. I still want to just match it out a little bit. I'm a bit gobsmacked. I know we're on 42%. I get that. But our pace just isn't that strong. And look, we're down to P7. We've got Sainz right behind us. We're going to go attacking for a lap. We're going to go everything here. And we are going to come in for a pit stop onto some fresh softs. This is a frustrating race. And look at this. Sainz coming straight past us. What can we do here in Hungary? From P2 on the grid, through raw pace, we are going to go to P8. We're going to come out in a traffic jam as well. Unless they pit. They're not going to pit. This is not great. Pourchaire's got a battle on ahead of him. So we're just looking after his tyres still. Look, all the way to Inters if possible. Alonso's still right behind us, and we are actually really hard pushing. And now we pit with Albon. We need a good pit stop on lap 17. We've just got no pace. The Williams is struggling. Pourchaire is struggling. We're going to deploy down the straight. DRS, can we get and make this a battle? We've got to get the Alfa Romeo here. I mean, we're back out. There's that traffic we were on about. We wanted to get ahead of them. We haven't. We are tucked up right behind now. We're going to top up. Oh, we're going to make a move, are we? Yes, we are. On Norris. Job done. Good early move. That is what we needed. We're going to deploy again. We're going to go round the outside of the AlphaTauri, and now we finally have some pace on some fresh softs. We are out of DRS, but we're closing back up. So now we're going to go back to standard. We're going to top back up. We've got through a bit of traffic. Pourchaire's still fighting these. He's got good fuel left though. We're going to save that because there's nothing we can do anyway at the moment. We've got to wait for this rain to come in though. That is going to be key for Pourchaire and Albon. So there is a few pit stops happening. We're back up to P11. We've got a few cars ahead of us who obviously haven't pitted, and we've got Hulkenberg and Gasly on very used tyres now. We've caught them at a second a lap, and Pourchaire has just got Bottas into P16. So we're making ground. We're now going to deploy on Albon, see if we can just get a move on the Haas, who's on that hard tyre. Should be down the straight. We should be good to go here and fly past. No pit stops, field's quite spread out, and now this should be a routine overtake for the Williams of Albon. But the Haas defends well, and we've got great exit. I mean, I wasn't expecting that to be where he overtake him, but we're through now into P10. Back into the points. Pourchaire, after running wide, is really trying to hang it out, and he's got good tyres. Look at Norris's tyres. Everyone is running about the same tyre management here. For Perez pits, we've got to wait for the rain. And when is that rain? It is around a lap 34. So can we get these? Very, very close. One has pretty much pitted. We actually got out ahead of Perez due to some errors in the pit stop, but he's now quickly overtaken us. We are just looking after everything at the moment. Pourchaire's up to P13, still got to pit though. And there's cars around him who have still got to pit too. Now we're hoping that we are actually going to be a net P8 here when the rain comes, because then we solidly move back in. Pourchaire's got great fuel for attacking in the rain, and them inters look should last to the end comfortably. We might even go to wets as Gasly comes flying back past us, and he is unused, so that's expected. We are lapping considerably slower with Pourchaire, but let's see what happens. Long way to go. A few more pit stops. We are moving back on lap 29. We are lapping 19.9 for Albon. That's around where we are. That's okay. Not better than the leaders though. They're in the 18s. Pourchaire is lapping considerably slower than everybody else. But remember, he did go to last place pretty much. He's on 39% tyres on the hards. We do want to drag it out another 4 or 5 laps, because that is when the rain is going to be coming in. So, rain is potentially coming. It is starting to rain. Pourchaire's just coming around the last corner. We've got a yellow flag, but that quickly clears up. It was Ricciardo locking up. So now, with the rain coming, we start to push. Albon's in P8. He's going to be net P8 then. We're just going to push everything we can here. I can't really push Pourchaire. It is too early to go to wet. I mean, it's got 8 minutes until it goes to damp. So quite a lot, really. We're just going to try and drag this out if we can. I mean, I know Pourchaire's struggling. He's struggling anyway. He's down in P17. So there's nothing we can do there. We're going to just give him a bit of a push. But can we get it so we can get into inters? So, tyres gone for Albon. So this is where we go inters. We are just going to attack still. Let's push everything. Looks like we're going really slow, and that's because we are. Let's go then with this man. Pourchaire needs a miracle in this race, that is for sure. Needs some sort of safety car, some sort of something, and he's going to come round to go to the pit. Remember, in the wet could be a few errors out there, and it's not damp yet, but we've got no tyres left, and it's going to go damp in 4 minutes time. So maybe we'll just avoid all the stacking in the pits, but we've had to try it because we just don't have the tyres anymore. We'll get both in, both out. Let's see what we can do. So now everybody is starting to pit. We are a bit hot on the tyres because we went early. Pourchaire obviously went early. I don't think he's going to get past any of these though. But oh, he could do. He's coming around the final corner. Oh wow, he just lets one of the lap cars ahead. And now he moves up to P18. He's getting there. People in the pits ahead as well. Double Ferrari, double Red Bull, double Aston Martin, double everything pretty much. We are pushing hard, and I don't think we're going to catch these because they're already... Ocon looks like he's had a bit of a slow stop. Albon's going down the straight. Here comes the cars, and we're actually P9. We've lost out for going early, I think. We have cut that down already. Oh, we are having a bit of a frustrating race here. It's fair to say. We're going to top up now. And I think we're going to be very much holding on at the end of this race for these positions. So to be fair, on lap 53, there's not a lot to report. Everyone is quite a chunk away from each other. There's no one having a really close battle. And we are currently sat P9, P16. Porsche really missing out after that massive lockup. But we're just not really gaining that much time. We are pushing the fuel. We are aggressive on the tyres. And you can see we're actually one of the lowest on the intermediates. Looking at the lap times, we are a tenth quicker than Alonso, and a Porsche is a lot quicker than the cars around him. We'll see when we come across the line again. And Albon just does a... Well, we're on board with Porsche. He does a 22.9, which is still 7 tenths quicker than Tsunoda, and a few seconds clear of everyone else. Albon is obviously lapping quicker by a tenth. Not brilliant though. Let's see what sort of time Ocon does. 22.8 to a 22.9. So a second quicker than Ocon. Just need to watch the tyres and the heat on them. But we're still pushing. Porsche is coming round the final sector now. He's catching, and he was a bit quicker than Tsunoda last time round by 7 tenths. Come on, Theo, make some moves. Make us proud. We need to stop you making errors. Cross the line, yes. Nearly 2 seconds quicker at the moment. He's got that fired up in the wet. What's Albon going to do this time round? Alonso does a 121.8 and we do a 121.8 as well. Pretty much matching at the moment. We're just going to keep pushing though. Porsche 2 seconds behind Tsunoda. That must be a different car. It's a Red Bull now in the middle. I think we've just lost time because of the back marker of us, that is. But we should close the gap when Tsunoda gets out the way. It's down to 1.7. This must be a lot slower lap for us here. Yeah, there you go. And here we go. This is the AlphaTauri that we're looking at and that we're lapping considerably faster. We'll wait for the straight again until we push. Oh, and we're still getting out of the way for cars. So I think we're cemented 9th. I think we have cemented 9th. I think we've cemented 16th as well, if I'm honest, which is frustrating in this race. Yellow flag, and guess who it is again? There's a crash as well. Is that us? It is us. Theo is having a nightmare in this race. Oh, straight into the back of the car ahead. I mean, Theo is up there for a replacement. Don't tell him that. I mean, he got him out of the way. Why is he just not? I mean, he's got major front wing damage as well. So I think that's over. I think we retire this car because there's no point wasting a front wing here.
Increase lift and coast. Yes, copy.
It is just not a great afternoon for Theo. We had great qualifying, and then we just absolutely make it up. Theo's going to get a grid penalty for the next race, which is, stop telling me it's all changing to dry. I mean, if it changes to dry, I'll come in some softs as well. I don't think it is soft tyres. Well, it could be. Albon, oh my god, now Albon locks on turn 2. What is our drivers actually doing? You've got to be crazy. Luckily, we've got a big gap.
Keep pushing.
We are just not having a great race. Well, what do you expect, Albon? You've just absolutely had a mare. It's your fault. It's not even ours. He is fuming. And I'm fuming as principal of this team that they can't go round a track and not go off. Now we've got a car ahead of us. We'll actually get DRS because it's changed to a dry track. Why is the AlphaTauri not getting out of the way when you're a back marker? He's probably a bit peed off that his teammate got battered. So 8 laps to go. We've got 7 seconds to Alonso. We are not going to catch him, and I think it looks like it's game over for P9. Still the points though, and ahead of Alpine, but Mercedes scoring big. So we do approach the final lap here in Hungary, and it's going to look like we are going to take some points, so it's not the worst thing in the world. We are going to come potentially P9. That is after an Albon bad lockup, a Theo bad lockup, a Theo crash. We have just not been at the races, and it's some very, very painful mistakes. Porsche's car got retired based on the fact that we had major front wing damage, and we are running at the back anyway with only about 10, 15, 20 laps to go. So we kind of just dealt with the position we are at, and that position is going to be P9 and a retire. So Albon crosses the line, he takes P9, we do get a couple of points. It's not the end of the world, but we've got to start improving on these mistakes. 2 or 3 races in a row now, it feels, apart from Austria. I mean, even Austria, I think Theo off memory locked up massively, and we're just not at the races. Look at Red Bull smashing it. Their pace is absolutely unbelievable. Look at that. 7th, 2nd, 9th, 11th, 8th, and out. We get. Look at that. Because of our bonuses, we were confident. Maybe we weren't that confident in the end. That is a frustrating. We've got Belgium, which actually I think is. It is a power circuit. Now that should actually. Top speed, acceleration and high speed. We should be okay at this track, but we've got a lot to do. Some changes that we voted for. We voted against the the sporting regulation changes for, I think it was the wind tunnel time, I believe. I can't really remember. So yeah, let's get into the next race. I want to get rid of that race because we're still getting points. We're on 111, we're smashing it. We want to try and close down P4, and that is going to be tough. But it's Mercedes who are ahead of us, and we've got Alpine on 71 behind.